Emmanuel Community.
Welcome to Celebrate Aging. I'm Vicki Marthaler, your hostess today, and I have with me a wonderful couple that I've had the wonderful opportunity to meet, and their names are Vernon and Edna Benson. And their home stomping grounds is Waubun. You say Waubun, right? Not Mahnomen? Waubun. Is it rural Waubun?
Waubun.
Yep.
East of Waubun.
East of Waubun. That is their home area, and they are getting ready to celebrate their 75th wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
I don't think I can even count that high.
No.
That's quite a number of years. And so we're just visiting, we're looking at pictures, and we thought we wanted to include you too, because if you have any memories too of the Waubun area or 75 years of marriage, I bet that we'd have a good conversation going. Now, I did take a look at that one little book, Edna, and it showed you in your wedding dress, and you said you had help picking it out. Was it your family member, your aunt?
Oh,
or?
yeah, I couldn't find it to fit. I was so little.
Well, 75 years ago can change.
Yeah, it was a little long house.
And then and I've read that too. Your granddaughter wrote a history about you two, and she said that you started your married life in a little log house.
Yep.
Did it have running water? No.
Not much water.
Not much water?
No.
But I bet you made it cozy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was very happy in it.
They were log houses, little log houses.
And now that's on the same place that you...
Yes, we moved that off, that little log house, and then we moved the house on there. We built our house on that same spot.
So you built your house on the same spot, but that wasn't right away.
No, we moved it across the swamp there.
We moved the house, he had built it a little further on down.
Uh-huh.
And when we bought that 40, he moved it up there. He's
Well-
taking all this down there.
Oh, sure.
Oh, my
Well,
goodness.
and I hope you did that in the winter time. Otherwise, that would have gone right in the swamp.
Well, you did. We went right across out there, and I had the horses. They were partly swamped,
Uh-huh.
and I went for the east.
Now, I was looking in your pictures, too, and you even have a beautiful barn. And you said you built the barn as well?
Yeah, I built that myself.
Goodness sake, you're quite the contractor.
And 2 garages and a well house.
So you had a complete
Yes.
farmyard, and that's where you have lived for actually most of your married life. Until now you moved to the Madison and
Yeah,
now
we
to
lived there
Emmanuel.
71 years.
71 years. Wow. Now I like that your granddaughter wrote a little bit about you two. And it said that your house was always open to kids and friends and neighbors. Sounded like Edna's a pretty good cook.
Yeah,
Did you have some favorite things, Edna, that you like to make?
No, but the kids used to come there once a week. They'd get together and vinos,
Oh, that's
play
a wonderful...
cards and
Play cards?
guitar and
Oh, you had music.
oh yes,
yeah, we had,
piano. Lloyd guitar. She had a piano.
Music and kids and food, and I bet there was a lot of fun.
oh yeah. Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
We had one party that lasted. You're not going to believe this, but it lasted 3 days. We had a snowstorm,
Oh,
and they had to stay overnight. You asked me about that.
how many? How many had to stay overnight?
Some walked home, and we had
That's scary.
all the girls up in the attic at night. I don't remember how many. Do you, B?
About 20? 20 people got stranded at your house in a snowstorm.
There was that
From
many.
Friday till Saturday, to Monday.
Oh, my word. And you found food for all of them?
Well, I had to cook, and I had to start baking a cake, and
No,
That was kind of a surprise.
yeah, the whole building. And then we had about 20 25 kids.
Well, it's a good thing you built a strong building then that the blizzard didn't blow your house down.
Well, some of the kids could walk home, but it wasn't that stormy because it was just a little ways. But the very next day they were back again.
Well, they didn't want to miss the fun. Who'd want to miss? Well, they probably, there's another picture. I should just see if I can, I'm going to pick this up so that you can
Picture
see.
Out of it somewhere.
Here's a picture of her pantry, and it's all full of canned goods. So you probably went through a few jars of things when you had 20 extra people for 3 days. It's a good thing, I bet you had dairy cows too. So you had milk and butter?
No,
You
we
didn't
got-
have them at that time?
We started out with a few dairy cows, but
Yeah, I bought the whole,
we went to beef, and then he did carpenter work.
Oh,
He
okay.
was a carpenter.
wild cows.
Yes, cows and steers, and then this you're telling me about this apple tree.
Yeah,
And you made how many?
104 quarts
104 quarts you can.
off that. There they are.
Jeepers. That's an awful lot of work.
Count 'em.
I know. That's an awful lot. So you were married 75 years ago.
75. I didn't remember.
Well, I hope you bought her a present now, now that we're reminding you.
Well, we always had kids with us.
That's right. You got 3 children. You had 3 children, and they brought all their friends over, and so you always probably felt like you had a few more, I bet. Did you have brothers and sisters that lived close by?
No, I didn't.
Two.
You had,
Twin Valley.
oh, in Twin Valley. That gets to be a stretch. That gets to be a
I
stretch.
was a little closer, but that was 30 years, I guess.
Uh-huh. Wonderful. Well, I also know that you are members of Lake Grove, and
Like Lutheran Church.
I would think that you helped out oftentimes with those fall suppers.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I taught Sunday school.
And you taught Sunday school. That's a nice little church.
Yeah.
I know the cemetery's on the other side. The church is on one side and the cemetery's on the other side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was the first class confirmed in that church.
Wow. I hope they have a picture of that at the church.
No, I don't. Well, they might. They might. I don't think so.
So you've been there a long
So
time.
we've been there.
Well, we've been there a long time.
Yep.
Yeah. No, there was, the church was there.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a good place. So you had a good community.
We
Had a
were
good community.
there a very long time.
So what advice do you have for your grandkids and your great-grandkids now that you've been married 75 years? Do you have any advice for them?
For the kids?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, I'm thinking that if they're going to give advice, they're still holding hands and they still smile at each other, and I think that's worth a lot. So, Vernon and Edna, thanks for joining us today.
We got along good.
Yes, and you still do.
Yeah.
And you still do.
I built a house and a barn and the automobile.
Well, you had to have a garage to put in the automobile. Well, you built it, and it lasted just like this marriage. So thanks for joining us, and just think about the years you've been married and the family that you're from, and let's give thanks and celebrate.